Yeah, baby. Welcome to the world famous Stuttering John's Shuli Detractor Show. Your world famous host, Stuttering John Melendez, could not be here this week. I am your co host, Dillon. I hope to see you back next week, John. I've got a few weeks of material, but I know Stuttering John Melendez has just as much to say about Shuli as he did about politics on his podcast. So come on back, John. We've missed you. We were glad to see you earlier this week, but give us 28 months of Shuli Detractor Show, and we will all be very satisfied and send you so many super chats. But it would be great if you could keep me on as co-host. I would be very thrilled. I have been doing co-host auditions on my channel, Dillon from Somewhere, with Opie, Sam Roberts, Casey Armstrong, Ryback a couple of times, and Darkside Phil, but none of them are quite as impressive as sitting next to Stuttering John Melendez here on the Shuli Detractor Show. And he's been hanging back for 7 months. He hasn't been saying a word, but it is time for Stuttering John to speak up and tell Shuli.
Yes! Yes! Fuck you too!
And we are going to get into why Shuli Network's branding is just so deplorable. I don't know what they're doing. Like, Shuli seems like he does not want an audience. And he is just not growing his audience. He's running off his audience. As this graph will demonstrate, I am no longer a fan of Shuli. Ever since I heard of Carl in 2020, I have become a bigger fan of his. And Stuttering John may not agree with me on that, but I am a huge fan of Carl Hamburger and his podcasts, whatever type of cast. It's pretty fun. Meanwhile, Shuli, I was aware of for 16 years and was completely indifferent. For about 8 months, I was a fan, and even more so than Carl for a very short amount of time, until this fan became stillborn, and I really thought that actively dislike was as far down as you could go on this scale. But Shuli found a way to bottom it out, and now I am a content creating detractor. It was so fun what he was doing with the Shuli Network at the beginning of the year. What happened? Lily Tomlin, do you have any explanation?
No! God damn it! You fucked it up! God damn you!
That's all we can say is that he fucked it up. God damn him. So we have a why Shuli stinks and Carl doesn't scale to really illustrate my point. I don't want you to get distracted by the other show topics, so I have put a pelican and a horse in the Hamptons over those topics while we talk about today's subject, the show, the branding of what Carl and Shuli are doing. Carl has Jocktober 2.0 with his Who Are These podcasts that he broadcasts twice a week, and he is now a professional podcaster. He used to be a marketing professional, but now he is a full-time podcaster thanks to the exploits of Who Are These Podcasts and Who Are These Socials, his social media show. And I do have to give it to that club-footed fuckface for continuing to broadcast with Blind Mike, who is superior in every way. But Carl keeps showing up, showing his inferiority to Blind Mike, and that's just good on him. We have a true crime show for men that he also does with Vinny Paulino on Monday, my absolute favorite true crime show on the air today. Meanwhile, Shuli has the same show with a different title. What do I mean by that? We've got a graph to show you what I mean by that. You see, Miserable Men was on Sirius XM, and I think it's really cool that Shuli got that name away from Sirius XM. But his entire network is just that with a different name. Let's actually go to a clip of Miserable Men. I used to love this show. Bob Levy attempting to pronounce words in a password type fashion just really made my day.
Dillon from Somewhere, $5. John had
you can do it.
John had deteriorated horribly. Over the years.
Good work, Chief.
KC is still pretty. Yep.
Wow. That gimmick's still fun, and Bob is still propping up that show and an entire network now. As I said, the Miserable Men show is what this network is. The BS show is Miserable Men in the Morning. Freddie Mercury show are the same three guys. Levy, Shuli, and Mike Morris watching old Stern Show clips. Road Stories is the Miserable Men interview show. Quitters Never Win, the same guys talking about cigarettes. Comedians on Cannabis. I think we've got to go to Jon Stewart to tell us all about what that show is. Miserable Men.
Yup. You ever seen
The Miserable Men Show.
on weed?
And a little further down, we have Back to the Habitat, which is the same show as the Freddie Mercury show, except they're exclusively watching high-pitch Eric footage, and the second mic is Vince the Attorney instead of Bob Levy. There is no third mic, whereas Shuli and Zen watch Rumble, there is no second mic. Zen is the third mic because that's what his talents are, even when there are only two mics. Levyland is a Bob Levy-led Miserable Men, which honestly, it's better than Miserable Men led by anyone else. In the middle here, we have the Uncle Rico Show and Blunder Years. This is kind of the same. It's the same aspect. It's the same scenario as all the other Miserable Men shows, except for the fact that they are making money off of my good buddy, Stuttering John Melendez, and they have never given him a dime for all the goodwill and prosperity he has brought to Shuli and the rest over there on the network. The Blunder Years is supposedly different. I don't know how. Maybe someone could tell me. But it's the exact same thing as Uncle Rico of Miserable Men, but goofing on Stuttering John. And now we have this show, Stuttering John's Shuli Detractor Show, to get back at him. Meanwhile, something else. What isn't Miserable Men? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we'll call it two halves of shows that are the same show. What else is on the Shuli network? These three in red, I just assumed were Levy, Morris, and Shuli, once again talking about stuff, watching clips, and reacting, because that's all the network is. That's what they've trained me to believe this network is. So I was unaware that Shuli was attempting to leech fans off of established programming, because I didn't know these people. But it didn't work. He got rid of them. And I would like to bring your attention to the bottom in the pink. When Shuli was talking about making this network a thing and that there were exciting things going on at the network, I thought it would be like Howard 101 and, like Riley Martin or whoever would get a show inside the porn actor's studio. And no one deserves a show more than the winner of the Lifetime Achievement in Dabbling, Cardiff Electric. He should have a weekly show, and that would help grow the Shuli Network brand. And also a rotating dabbler showcase would have been nice, and to give back to the fans. He was talking about doing this in February, but then never did because it's too much work. He saw how much work it was. Lazy Shuli said, no, there's actually not exciting things going on in the network. The whole network was a joke once he realized he couldn't be lazy and do exciting things at his network. So he's just doing boring things over at the Shuli network. But that spot could be filled by B. Dabbler, Obnoxious John, myself, Bill Loney. It could have been filled by that dumb fuck if he didn't piss all over hospitality. Now he's getting hunger pains for broadcasting. We have in blue, Rock Bottom with Ray DeVito and Indefensible with Pat Dixon. That is the Shuli Network poaching talent. That's pretty much their MO. Bob Levy was poached from Misery Loves Company. Ray DeVito was poached from Misery Loves Company. And Ray, your kindness is being mistook for a mental deficiency. Those boys are not your friends. Get off that fucking network. Indefensible by Pat Dixon, another poached talent from elsewhere. He does a red bar type of show where it's like 4, 5, 6 fucking hours. I'm not investing that much. Sorry, Pat. That's too much. Bring it down to an hour or two. Maybe I'll check it out. We do have One-on-One with Robert Levy, a fantastic prank show. I really enjoy that show. I cannot lie, except for the second half where it degenerates into the Miserable Men talking about a prank show. Out of the Coffin, Bob Levy's solo show, and last and absolutely least, Men Are Talking with Anthony Zenhauser. Maybe Zenhauser is a talented stand-up, maybe not, I don't know. he isn't with broadcasting. No, that's just a hard pass on anything Zenhauser. So that is how the Shuli Network is failing at branding 101 by just bringing us the same shit over and over again and getting us unexcited for anything new because we expect it to just be the same shit. Oh, what's this one? Stuttering John. Hey, I did not approve that. Who put this in? This is making fun of my buddy, Stuttering John. Get it? All right, we're back for the final segment of the day. Where in the TikTok is Balin Dupree? Now, the purpose of this segment is to prove that producer Philip Russo, aka Joe, is not a lazy fuck. He is not just watching Carl's show and picking Balin Dupree up because Carl watched her. He's not picking Elisa up after he saw her on Misery Loves Company just because he saw her on Misery Loves Company. The thing with TikTok is that it's kind of bereft of original content. There's not a lot going on. You might as well call it the Balin Dupree Network, which we're going to exonerate Philip Russo here and show that he is not lazy. You will see Balin Dupree on TikTok because there's nothing else going on. And this is pre-recorded. This was swiped live and pre-recorded because there are a lot of DMCA strikes that TikTok would cause this channel. So we have censored those out. So without further ado, let's get to where in the TikTok is Balin Dupree.
The vessel had imploded and all of the 5 passengers were liquefied and
I'm not a good person.
that the vessel had imploded and all of the 5
As we see straight off the bat, we have got a DMCA copywritten alarm going off for this lady with her crystals.
Breaking news!
Ooh,
A
news
video
story.
is going viral of a man having an argument with a lady and later punching her.
Get your food!
Oh my.
Who? Get in the car? Who? Nay. Get your food! Get your food! If you say
This pitch
one
is
more
very
thing, I'll
informative.
knock you out.
I'm glad he spun
One
off
more
from
thing, I'll
SpongeBob.
say one more thing, we'll knock you out.
Hey now.
We'll knock you out.
Then her 14-year-old son shot the man till he died. Later, the son and the mom were charged and arrested.
But
Now
do you have any
today, the
stories about
charges were
Balin?
dropped and they are free. Breaking news!
I guess
My
not.
fingers are just shot. They are shot.
Stuttering John Melendez. I know he could take Mike Tyson out in one round. He's amazing. He's a great musician. I can't do that trumpet thing. See, I can't do it. But Stern kept that sound on his board for years and years. He sped it up. He had different versions of it. Just a very
you could call me
talented person.
eccentric.
Is
You could
Stuttering
say I'm
John.
out there. But one thing you could never call me.
I didn't trust he would have a good punchline, so I just moved on from that fellow. Maybe he did, and I didn't give you a chance. But we're giving Philip Russo here a chance to prove he isn't lazy, because we're going to see Balin Dupree. You cannot escape Balin Dupree. This is going to exonerate him. All this TikTokery.
Be happy where
Balin
you
will
are.
be next. Just watch. I was disappointed I had to get rid of this music. It was Ghostbusters playing. Very fun clip. But copywritten DMC strike for my channel. I am not taking that chance. The same here with this CGI puppet show. Like, it's CGI designed to look like a puppet show. That's very fascinating. But I'm not getting that strike on my channel. Maybe we could broadcast this on someone else's channel who doesn't mind the strikes, and we could eliminate Patrick Starr.
A guy is not gonna be with a woman that's not.
Here we've got some
confident.
lives.
And confident women are just like, they're considered cocky to some men, but some men. Like,
We are on
understand the
amputee talk.
situation, will understand it and they'll accept it. You know, so I don't have phantom pain.
I know that I've
I'm
liked
not
Balin
an
Dupree
amputee.
videos, so Balin, she'll be coming
That's an
right up
amputee.
anytime now. I love.
But yeah,
Who's the other one?
no.
Sweet
You know?
Anita.
I'm
Is it
just
Sweet Anita?
myself. Like,
I enjoy
just take me
more.
how I am, you know. Si no le gustas, pues me vale verga. Replace, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I'll go to your best friend. I'm just kidding. I'm playing. Well, not. Thank you, my love. Okay. Be like, Elena, cálmate. No, I was just playing.
Hey, that music in the back's going to get me in trouble, lady. Got to talk over it.
You know, or his daddy, because his daddy, you know, might have more money, or a better credit score, or something, friend. I'm making chicken tenders in an air fryer, babe. Or tío, pues friend, pues necesito todo el mechanic, el...
I was 9 and taking care of you.
This is a comedy show, Angel. We do have to keep it moving with non-comedy content.
What you're looking at is a piece of taxpayer-funded public safety equipment. This was set up outside of Disney Studios in Burbank, California, right next to where the WGA writers are
that's where me and John used to work.
It was set
there
up
in
by
Burbank.
police in order to protect
I used to live there,
sensitive
and I had a
views of the
short
rich
drive to my
executives
job,
inside.
unlike John,
As a
who
reminder,
had
this
well
is
over an
example
hour
of
drive to his job from Calabasas.
Know which side you're on.
What you're looking at.
Sometimes I wish that I had a bloodborne pathogen.
Is this a Jimmy Neutron reference? Sounds like that fat guy.
For their actions, but other than that, I'm doing peachy. Sometimes I
Just Peachy. Reminds me of Three's Company. We're doing Just Peachy. I don't recall hearing that turn of phrase anywhere else.
But,
Kitty versus Train.
I'll be live tomorrow around 12 or 1 o'clock.
Trump, I mean, John does not agree with this guy's political views. Silly video, but yeah, you put in some sound I've got to get rid of. Thank you, Patrick, for making sure that this channel does not get strikes. I should have just flipped past this one immediately. The other one that was fascinating and had some copywritten music. This one isn't fascinating. Yeah, I'll get better at my swiping as I go on. Amputee talk, kicking ass.
Can I ride a motorcycle? Yes. Can I work out? Yes.
Might only... He's got a better range than I do.
Baseball glove over it? Maybe. I haven't tried that.
Ooh, I like that. Ooh, tickly balls. Tickle the balls. Okay, you can jerk and you can tickle. That's all we need to know. I want that model if this ever goes. This was actually a last minute get rid of. I missed that this guy had some copyrighted music in there. And he's actually making some fun little observations. But unfortunately, he can't make it to the show because we are going by the DMCA rules. We follow the rules here.
2000s, like early. So I just wanted to show you guys what kind of makeup was popular around then, what people were wearing.
Boring.
And I guess we're just gonna go down memory lane for a moment. So I always.
This is a funny joke. So I didn't put Patrick. They didn't say that was a violation when I tested it earlier, so that seems to be safe. Nice catch, doggy. Good dog.
To know if you're an astral projectionist. You have vivid night terrors.
This
ass
is Pussy.
From ass to pussy.
I will now show you Pussy, the beautiful village in the French Alps in the Savoie region. So, a little known fact, Pussy was first discovered by the Romans.
My hero.
His name, Pusius.
Was he a friend of Biggest
All the
Dickus?
inhabitants here love Pussy. Behold, the Pussy Church, where men and women of all denominations are free to pray at the altar of Pussy.
That's my favorite
altar.
altar.
Like wild water sports, there's a very popular canyoning location.
Water sports with pussy.
Guaranteed.
Yes, in.
This.
And here we have a dance show by some Oompa Loompas. Doompity-doo. I've got another riddle for you. What do you get when you're in a room dancing? I don't know. I should have thought out that rhyme a little more.
Oh boy, I can't wait for this fuckery.
I could. Is it fuckery or is it
I
chicanery?
don't know who that is.
Is that from the Annie with Jamie Foxx? Was it Jamie Foxx?
Fucking old.
Is she peeing? Oh, Clownvis. Clownvis, I am a big fan of, but he does karaoke, he sings, and that is not gonna fly on the DMCA.
España. España. Paña. Aña.
Ooh. I like this word more as it goes along.
If you're wondering, I am going to have multiple videos in this background, in this outfit, because I'm bored. That's accurate.
You should be watching Stuttering John. You would never be bored. Why are you on TikTok when you could be watching? Oh yeah, he nuked his channel. John, unnuke your channel.
If you're wondering,
these people would love to support you.
There's a lot here. Melissa Tucker says the point. It's hard to find, but a good movie.
Point.
You guys are gifting it up. Thank you so much.
Guess who has 7 thumbs and just got fired from the morgue?
Oh,
Guess
you're
who
a
has
silly
7
goose.
thumbs?
We love how the museum has to say that, like, the dinosaurs are extinct and label them as if we didn't. Wait, what a minute. Wait, what? We love how the museum
Gotta
has
be on
to
the lookout for that one. That's a rare Pokemon.
Red with 2 D's, R-E-D-D.
R-E-D-D.
4, like how you spell 4, not the number 4, but F-O-U-R.
What kind of witch am I?
A sandwich?
I'm a sandwich. Because I'm a snack.
I'm a fucking
Yeah,
hack.
That's funny though. Man, why are my eyes all derped? What the fuck? What kind?
This was playing the Titanic theme appropriately. Thank you, Patrick, saving me from those strikes on my channel. We will monetize one day.
One of Bethesda's biggest games continues to surprise and excite fans with continued updates and
Skinwalker Talk. I'm a fan of being on Skinwalker Talk. Almost none of them are scary. Everyone looks fake as fuck. I don't know if this is a filter. I can't imagine you did that on purpose. That's either a filter or a whoopsie. The person who put this video together put metal music here. Fantastic. Oh, it actually lists. Now you've got something to... Hey, buddy.
your birthday's in 1 hour and 20 minutes. Well, John, happy early birthday. I hope this new
My
year
name's
brings
Dillon.
you more joy than the last.
This one I was disappointed when I tested it to see that it was copywritten. It's some claymation. You see the official art's help is where it's from. And yeah, a nice, fun little animation that I was happy to have in this mix. But unfortunately, the entire video is copywritten, and we've got to get our buddy Patrick Starr in there to take care of that for us. All right, Balin's next, right? We're going to see Balin Dupree.
TikTok is so genuinely embarrassing because why am I attempting to explain to my family that I get all of my news on TikTok from a fish from SpongeBob who's an anchorman? I can tell why adults don't take it seriously, but at the same time that fish is very informative about today's societal issues in a very unbiased fashion. TikTok is so genuinely embarrassing.
No Balin. All right, we are going to keep doing this segment. Next week, we will try to find where in the TikTok is Balin Dupree to prove that Philip Russo is not completely lazy and he does actually do a good job. You just cannot escape Balin Dupree on this format. Thank you so much for joining this week. I have been Dillon, Stuttering John Melendez. Please come back. We see you twice on Chad this week. What a sentence that was. What an incredible sentence I just put out there. You're back, John. Come back home. Let's do this Detractor Show together. Or you could do it without me. I'd really prefer if you did it with me. Come back next week. Galaga. Dig Dug.